A very weird thing happened at Donald Trump's speech on Monday at the American Farm Bureau convention. Not only the fact that he had told us he was heading to Nashville for it when it was really in New Orleans, I'm hoping they took him to the right place, because he did end up giving a speech to some people where he proceeded to make fun, mocked immigrants who actually show up for their court dates after coming into the United States. He mocked them. Said they're not very smart for showing up to court after they've been caught by immigration officials. And he said that only 2% show up. And he said those 2% are not going to make America great again, because obviously they're not very bright. 2%. Huh. I guess Donald Trump doesn't look at his own administration's figures that show that actually about 90% of immigrants do show up to their court dates, because unlike the President of the United States, these people actually seem to respect the law here in the United States. They're not like Donald Trump, who says, no, I'm not going to show up. No, I'm not going to answer your questions, investigators. I am above the law, and I don't need any of this nonsense because I'm too smart for all of you. A lot smarter than those 2% of immigrants who sure as hell aren't going to make America great again. That's the essence of what he told those people down in New Orleans earlier this week. And it's absolutely disgusting. It's 100% not true. But it just shows you that this whole fight over immigration, over the border wall, he told us yesterday there's a new caravan coming from Honduras. No truth to that. But he told us that because it has nothing to do with our security. It's about winning an ego battle for him at this point. This is what it is. He knows there's no threat coming across our southern border. His own administration's numbers prove that. They don't just show it, they prove that there is no crisis. But he would rather sit there in front of a group of well-to-do folks, tell lies about immigrants, and then insult them for actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. When you come over here and seek asylum, you have to show up to court and argue your case. If you come over here just as an immigrant trying to gain entry, you're going to have to go to court. If you don't have a kind of a green card or whatever it is, you have to do that. That's the process. And 90% of them are showing up. Roughly the same percentage of average Americans if they get summoned to court. But Trump thinks they're idiots. Trump thinks that's stupid because in his mind, these courts are more like mousetraps. And as soon as that immigrant walks in there, slam! That trap is closed. And we got him. We got him. That's not how it works. Donald Trump is the dumbest human being to ever occupy the Oval Office. Ever. And what's even worse is that he's bringing a whole group of Americans who probably weren't very stupid to begin with, but he is dragging their IQs down to his level, and there may not be any kind of return from that level of stupid.